Our main concern here at Eclipse Studios is the safety and well-being of our clients. We will be following all healthcare protocols and medical guidelines throughout the remainder of the outbreak. This includes constantly sanitizing all areas and surfaces, disinfecting recording equipment after each use, and heavily promoting hand washing. We will also be asking all our clients to please comply with said medical guidelines for the safety of us all. Unfortunately, we will not be able to give access to anybody who is showing any type of symptoms. And guess what? We have enough toilet paper to go around.
Happy April Fool's Day. Yes, it's me, Captain William Mayhem, enjoying the hospitality of Eclipse Studios. They've allowed me to come over and do just a little bit of work with you, showing you some magic while you're sitting at home in this time where we're all supposed to be safe and healthy. Speaking of safe and healthy, I know we're all standing there staring at a brick wall. It looks tough, but if we do what we're supposed to do, we can crash that brick wall. Crash right through it. And then even look through it to the other side, because I believe the other side is in good shape for all of us. And how about right now if I were to read your mind? Yes, mind reading, right here from Eclipse Studios. So, let's see if I can do that. What I'd like you to do is pick a number. Let's make it simple. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Any number you like between 1 and 10, but don't tell anybody. And if you're sitting there with your loved ones, don't share the number with them. Let them pick their own number. Now I have a few steps for you. It's going to require some math, but we're all doing that homeschooling thing together now, so here you go. Take that number that you have and multiply it by 2. Now you have a brand new number in your head. A brand new number, but I have another step for you. I'd like you to take that number now and add the number 8 to it. This gives you a completely brand new number in your head. But we're not done yet. I want you to take that number now and divide it by 2. Once you've divided it by 2, you have a completely brand new secret number in your head. But it's time to do one more step. Take the original number you started with and subtract it from that brand new secret number in your head. You now have a completely brand new secret number in your head. But we have to convert it now. Conversion time. I want you to take that number and figure out a letter in the alphabet with your number. So if your number was 2, you would have B. If it was 6, you would have F, and so on and so forth. I've made this card so that you can figure out what's going on. You now have a letter in your head. I want you to take that letter and think of any country in the world, any country at all. Keep that in your head, but I want you to do one more thing. I want you to go one step up in the alphabet and come up with a second letter. That second letter now, I want you to think of an animal. Any animal at all, think of an animal, and let's make it even harder. Think of the color of that animal. The color of that animal, the animal, and a country are now secretly embedded in your head. And all I want you to do is send that vibe to me. Think about it now. Think, because from all over Florida, in our viewing audience, everybody is now thinking of an animal, a color, and a country. And it's an impossibility. It could never happen, because most of you can't be thinking the same thing, but it seems that you are, because there are no such thing as gray elephants in Denmark. Did we do it? If we did, then you're amazed. Thank you very much for that. Let's try something a little different. Magic is all about using your hands, your brain, and your heart. But I have a magic trick that uses exactly my hands. We like to call it sleight of hand, and I'd like to share with you a quick sleight of hand trick using these 5 coins and my skull shot glass. Now watch very, very close. I will take 2 coins, 1 and 2, and place them in the left hand. I will take 3 of the other coins and place them in the right hand. You can see all three of them. As they're in the right hand, I give a little shake, a little nod, and guess what? Two of the coins are left alone, while the third coin jumps to the other side. Now you may not have seen it, so let me do it again a little slower. There's one, there's two, there's three coins in the hand, and two left for the right hand. Watch very close. 1, 2, 3. One coin doesn't make very much noise all by itself, but those four coins are all together. Here's the last step. 1, 2, 3, 4. All inside that cup right there, and we'll just turn it right over like that. That takes the last coin, that one right there, and if you're not careful, it will vanish right in front of your eyes. Just like that. And of course, 5 coins right there for your viewing pleasure. I've been doing this trick for a long time. It's one of my favorite coin tricks because it's so simple and it amazes everybody, sometimes even myself. I hope you're enjoying that. But it's not just coins that we do, ladies and gentlemen. We do cards also. Now, I have a good card trick for you. All it takes is one deck of cards. And you might notice that all of these cards have been divided. The red ones on one side and the black ones on the other. What I'd like to do is take those black ones and take those red ones and do what we call a little bit of a shuffle. We'll take all those cards and place them together like that. Now, a pair of deuces would be a great start of a good poker hand. You can see all the cards are indeed shuffled. And let's put them all together with a couple of extra little cuts. I always like to show off the dexterity that I've learned over all these 60 years of doing magic. Now watch very close. A couple of things that we'll do. We'll give it one more shuffle just in case. I don't want anybody to think that we'd be cheating in any way, shape, or form. And let you see that all the cards are indeed in a variety of mixations. Now, all I have to do is concentrate. 1, 2, 3. 2 stacks. All the black ones are back over here, and all the red ones are back over here. That quick. But sometimes a card trick may actually be done with just 2 cards. For example, a jack and a jack. Now watch the cards. There's 1, there's 2. A jack and a jack. A jack of hearts and a jack of clubs. What I would like you to do is pay very close attention as I fold the cards in half. Now you'll notice that as they're folded in half, one card can slide through the other one quite easily, back and forth. But do notice this. Once the cards are in place, I am going to unfold the cards and let you see them as I do the trick. But you must pay attention to what I'm doing as I do the trick, as we fold it down, just like that. Now, sometimes we just have to manipulate the cards a little bit. And as we fold them together, we put them all in the hand, just like that, and remove all evidence that I ever had any cards whatsoever in my hand. I'd like everybody to think of a card. It won't happen that I can get everybody's card. I do have 52 cards here. But my cameraman is going to name out one card. He'll do it in a loud enough voice so you know that we're not playing any tricks for you. Now as I spread the cards out, he's to name a card. If you're ready, say any card loudly.
10 of hearts.
10 of hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, as we whip through the cards like that, spread out right in front of you, give it a couple of shuffles. The idea of being able to do any kind of a card trick means that you have to have a quick idea on doing the trick as fast as you can. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, the 10 of hearts. Now, it reminds me that I should teach you how to do a good card trick, an easy card trick. What I want you to do is think you have any person take a card. Now this is a teacher trick just for you. You take any deck of cards, have somebody pull a card. It does not matter what the card is. Now I'm not going to look at it, but I will show you at home what that card is. There it is. What you're going to do is take the deck, place it on the table. Once the deck is placed on the table, square it up nice and easy, place their card on top of the deck, cut the cards over, spread the cards out, and try to figure out what their card is. All you have to do is think and look. Be observant. Because I know, because I never even looked at the card and know the cameraman's not helping me, your card was the Ace of Spades. Am I correct? Yes. And here's how it works. Take any card out of the deck, it doesn't matter what it is, place it on the table or let your friend choose the card. As they're doing that, look at the bottom card. Place the card down. When they place their card on top of the deck, and you can even let them cut the cards, they cut the cards, placing your secret Seven of Spades on top of the deck. When you spread the cards out, all you have to do is look for your secret card. And the one directly beneath the secret card, between you and the card that is, would be the chosen card. In this case, it was the Queen of Hearts. An easy trick for every one of you to do, but do make sure of one thing. If you're going to do this trick, make sure that every card is in the deck. Because if not all the cards are in the deck, sometimes you'll have a short deck. Now, what should I do next? We hope all of you are having a good time. Let's see. I have an idea. Let me teach you a magic trick. Something that you can do as a bet or a win over. It's a great pirate thing. In order to do that, what I do need to do is have a bottle and a table. And it just so happens that we have a great table here. Now I know this is going to change everything in the picture, but we'll be good there. And a bottle. Oh, and we need a bill. You borrow a bill from anybody. Don't use your own bill. I'm going to use a bill from the state of Florida, a $1 bill, and a bottle. Now, just so happens, I have a great rum bottle here from Citygate Spirits. Some good friends of mine. Not that I'm giving them a plug or anything, but I'll probably go down there and tell them I gave them a plug anyway. So there's the bottle. Here's the trick. You must invert the bottle and place it on the bill. And then you must challenge somebody. The challenge is this. You must remove the bill from under the bottle, but you may not touch the bottle. You also can't use anything else to touch the bottle, but you have to remove the bill. Think you can do it? There are two methods with which you should do this with. Here's the first one. Once they've thought about it for a while, make it a good bet. If you're using their bill, tell them if you can get the bill from out of the bottle, you get to keep the bill. If not, then you buy the drinks. If you're ready, here's the secret. Watch. You take the bill and you roll it up. Never touching the bottle, but keep rolling the bill, pushing the bottle all the way to the end of the bill, as I'm doing right here. Notice how the bottle is moving all the way to the end of the bill, and the bill, and the bill is actually almost free and clear. The bottle still stands, and I have the bill, and there is a winning trick for you. Now the second method is even easier if you have good coordination. Make sure that the bill and the bottle are still in the same place. Move it as close to the edge of the table as possible. Once it's at the edge of the table, if everything works just right, you should take your favorite edged weapon, which I happen to have, and with a little bit of a snap, it might take two, you now have removed the bill. Now there's a scientific method to this. It's hard to explain, but if you were to just pull it out you would be pulling up or down. You can't control that. But if you snap the bill like that, you're actually pulling the bill at an exact 90-degree angle from the top of the table, removing it from the bottom of the bottle. There's my trick for you. Have a rum, stay safe. I've got a few other things to show you. Let me see what I've got in my old treasure chest over here as we prepare to do a couple more tricks. So I've shown you coins and I've shown you cards, two of the staples of any magician. Things that I've learned since I started doing magic when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, a very long time ago. Now here in St. Augustine, I'm still using coins and cards. But two of the other staples are silks. Now that's a brightly lit silk. You can see it everywhere you go, and it is one of the great colors of St. Augustine. But as I place it in my hand, you can tell that my favorite color is actually not yellow, but red. And as it goes through the hand once and comes out the other side, it goes back down into the hand one more time and down to the other side and all the way down into the hand, just like that. And there's still just a little bit of it left. We'll push it all the way down inside that hand right there. You can still see it right there. All the way down inside the hand, just like that. And it becomes a red one. Now, there's a little secret about this trick. It's kind of hard for you to tell, because if you're not paying attention, you have to see that right in the center of the red one, right in the center of the red one, is the yellow one. It happens that fast. So make sure that you're paying attention to both silks as it happens. Did I give away a secret? Maybe, but you try to handle it yourself. It does take a little bit of finesse. One of the other things that's more famous for magicians is rope tricks, and it just so happens I brought some rope here, and I thought I would do a rope trick for you, showing you the very first rope trick I ever learned using a piece of rope. Now all you have to do is take that piece of rope, find the two ends, just like that right there, bring the two ends together, find the center of the rope right there, bring the center of the rope up, just like that, and a pair of scissors. And give that center of the rope a cut. Now I always, when I was younger, liked to cut the rope out. Cutting the center of the rope out so that there was nothing left of the center of the rope, so that you had a piece of rope that had no center to it. And then the magic would happen that fast. If you watch very close, back together again it goes. Now that happens too fast for some people, and some people think, there must be some trickery involved. I'm a magician, of course there is. But what if I were to take and cut it one more time, just like that, right there, right to the exact center. Now as a magician, I've never been very good at getting the exact center of the rope. I've always missed it just by a little bit every time, as you can see, by that much. But we can fix that. We just tie the rope together in a knot, just like that. Now, two pieces of rope tied together don't help you very much because that knot gets in the way of everything you're doing. But if you were to take the rope and wind it around your hand once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, just like this, all you have to do is look there in the center, and no more knot has ever appeared, and the rope is all back together again. A very simple rope trick that I've been doing for a very long time, has lots of fun activities and endings, and it's always fun to do. Money, you see me do with coins. How about I show you something that I've been lucky enough to do for a long time, even on camera. And we're going to take that chance now. In order for me to do this though, I have to have a bill of any denomination, and since I'm in the studio by myself, and I don't have any bills on me, my friend over here, Mr. Bones, he does have a $10 bill. And I'm going to steal that $10 bill from him because it's now mine. He's just a stagehand anyway. Now I want you to watch very close. Very, very close. That bill right there is about to change right in front of your very eyes. Keep one eye on the bill, one eye on this hand, one eye on that hand. Never mind, don't worry about it, just watch. If you fold the bill in half once, it becomes the same shape it was just a moment ago. See, this is origami. Although it's now a square, not a rectangle. If I were to fold it in half again, now it becomes that same shape, a smaller rectangle, only a quarter of the size it was just a moment ago. But yet, we're going to fold it one more time and it goes back to being a square. A square right in front of your very eyes, and one more time we fold it, and notice that I'll never cover it up in any way, shape or form. It's still right there at my fingertips. Haven't hidden it in any way. I'm going to do it right in front of your eyes as I unfold it. You'll see that a miraculous thing has actually taken place. It does change. Oh, look at that. $1,000. Boy, could we sure use that in a time like today. But this is play money. Well, not play money, historical money. I won't even say where it's from. But watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there it is, a $10 bill, just as it was just a moment ago. When I'm on stage and I do this trick, it's always fun to borrow a $100 bill and change it. It gets a good laugh from everybody but the person that gave me the 100. And then the last laugh of all is to say this is my favorite trick and place it all back in my pocket. Of course, that usually gets the guy that gave you the bill a little bit upset, so you bring it back out and say, you know, you've been such a nice guy. How about if I give you a bonus trick? A bonus trick would be to take the bill, roll it into a little cylinder just like this. Once you've done that, then hold it between your fingertips and your thumb, just like that. Place it to your nose and inhale, but don't inhale too fast. Just like that. Once you've done that, reach up to your, and there it is right there. In and out. Now it's a teacher trick kind of a thing, so let me tell you how it actually works. You can do it with golf pencils, out on the golf course if you're doing badly. Do this to at least get some humor into your game. Or you can do it with crayons with the children around. It's always fun to teach them how to put things up their nose. That's not a good thing, never mind. Right. Once it's here though, the action is 2. This is the first action. Putting it against your nose like that and then releasing it with your finger and your thumb actually shoots it into your hand. It forces it into your hand like that. But you fulfill or complete that motion by moving your hand up the bill just like that. It actually looks like it shoots into your hand. It's actually right here. I know I shouldn't be teaching tricks, but hey, Penn and Teller can do it, so can I. There it is right there. Now, when you need to bring it out, you come back up with your lips and pull it right out to the side there. Another good thing that you can do too, if you don't want to involve your nose and your mouth, which we shouldn't be doing anyway, so don't be doing that, you can always use your ear. Not sure that's much better, but still, ladies and gentlemen, in your ear, out your mouth, there's the trick. And you've now learned a second magic trick for this evening on April Fool's Day. Maybe you can have fun with that, but we'll see. Magic with ropes. My most favorite magic trick that I've tailored to William Mayhem is the 3 rope trick. It's a wonderful trick. It has a great story. It requires audience interaction, which I'm not going to get in a room here in the studio of Eclipse, but I will show you the trick nonetheless. It requires 3 things, 3 pieces of rope. 1 short piece of rope, 1 long piece of rope, and 1 medium piece of rope right there in front of you. You take the ropes and show that they are indeed different sizes. 1 long one, 1 very big one, and 1 medium one. You then take the ends of the rope and line them up in your hand. Now I always tell a story about the very first magic trick, or the very first ship I was ever on. And it required 3 cannons to chase the pirates away. But we don't have the audience here, so I'm going to show it to you this way. 1, 2, 3. Come down this far, grab the ropes in your other hand. 1, 2, 3. Require a little bit of work. Whew, magic. It always works that way. And stretch the ropes out right in front of your very eyes, and you'll actually see that 1, 2, 3 have all become the exact same size. Not only there, but here. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3 pieces of rope, all the exact same size. Magic's an illusion. You must understand that what you see may not always be the same thing that you saw a moment ago, and 2 minutes from now it may not be the same. But remember this, I started with a small one, I had a medium one, and I had a very long one, and that, my friends, is my favorite rope trick, just for you. I have another version of it, though, that I want to close what I'm doing here. So give me a second and we'll get reset. Thank you very much. One of my favorite things to do is object lessons using my magic to express the point of the story. Remember the 3 rope tricks, and now observe this. Again, 3 ropes. Ropes, these ropes represent people. All of us are different, every one of us, in some way, shape, or form. Notice that I have a very small rope. I have a very long rope. Very different, just like people. And I have a medium rope. Still different. But that's the outside, ladies and gentlemen. The outside of us is always going to be different. We can't be the same. But the inside, we are different. But not by very much. For you see, on the inside, all of us have the same hopes and desires for safety, health, making our families work well, and getting along with others. So just like these ropes, the ends are the outside, the middle is the inside. And you can see that on the middle, each and every one of us is all the same. You see, that one is the same as these two, which is the same as this one, and all of us are the same. And if everybody would remember that even though we're different on the outside, but the same on the inside, some of the problems, some of the wars, some of the arguments, even some of the problems we have in the current crisis will be overcome by us. But remember, life would be very boring if we were all the same on the inside and the outside. That would be terrible. But like this illusion, we are all very, very different. And my message to you is, consider those differences as pluses. And make sure that you treat everyone as you want to be treated yourself. Thank you very much for allowing me to share my magic with you. I just want to take this opportunity for myself and old Bones Mayhem here to say thank you to all the people at Eclipse Studios for allowing us to come here for this morning on April Fool's Day, have a little bit of fun in front of the camera, and maybe entertain you when you get a chance to see what we're doing. I think it's very important for us to be working together as Eclipse Studios has proven they've done. It's a great thing to have all these entertainers. St. Augustine's strong. We've always been strong. We've weathered many a storm. This is just another one of them. It's a strong one, but we'll do well. If you want to find out more about what I'm doing, you can find me down at the St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum when we open back up, doing tours for all the school kids all over Florida, and on the weekends doing public tours for you and all your friends that come to visit. You can find me also on Facebook. Look for Captain William Mayhem. That's my fan page, and I'm always interested in hearing what all you have to say about the magic that I do. Keep in mind that January 2021, I will be doing Old City Pirate Fest for its 5th year. I am looking so much forward to that. It will be a good time. Again, stay strong, stay healthy, stay home. But when the time comes, make sure you're out there supporting the bars, the restaurants, the industry of St. Augustine. It's all about tourism. It's all about a good time. It's all about a good life. Thank you very, very much. I signing off.